Peace. What's going on, YouTube family? You back with your boy Wrenchturna for another bomb-ass car review. And today, we have the 2013 Lexus LS460. Big boy status. Most of you know, if you know about cars or anything, you know that the LS has been a staple in the Lexus entourage for quite some time. Most of us seen the LS for the first time in the early 90s. When we seen it, it was this new vehicle because we didn't know what to expect from Lexus because we were so used to seeing Toyota. It was a difficult thing to some people to see this new luxury car that they had never seen before. At that point, you know, you started seeing more of them in the streets. You started seeing the ES, you started seeing the SC, which was the coupe. You seen the LS, which is the big body. And after a minute, they had brought out, it was the GS. It was the ES, the SC, the LS, and then the GS. Those were all the cars that were brought forth to us in the early 90s. But the LS just stood out on its own. Like, it was a car of its own. Like, anytime you seen it, you knew what it was. It had the big L in the front, which made it so much, I guess, different from its competitors. So today in this review, we are going to get to the beautifulness and the elegance that is the LS460. And seeing this LS from the side, you see the chrome down at the bottom, you see the chrome handles, the chrome on the mirror edge, on the window edges and whatnot. And you even have chrome around your alarm indicator. When you open up the doors, you instantly see wood. And that wood travels all the way across the dashboard, all the way to the other side, even to the back of the vehicle. And right here, you already see your settings, and you can set it 1, 2, and 3 times for 3 different people. You have your seat belt controls so that you can adjust the height of where the seat belt is. Your locks, which is standard, your window, which is standard. You have another little cubby hole right there for you to throw things in. You have your glove box, your big manual that looks like a hefty manual. That looks like a textbook right there. Woo! You have your controls that's in the middle, and I will be getting to those in a little bit. And you see these holes that's in these seats? I'm gonna show you a little bit about them in a second. And over here on the driver's side, you have your same 3 settings. Oh, let me go back to the elegance of the alarm sensor. Woo! I like that. But you have your settings for your seats, so you can set it however you want to. Your windows controls over here. You have your cubby for extra things if you need to. And right here, really, I like all of the controls. Your head rest control is right here. So I'm moving it, watch me move it. Dope, right? You have your lumbar, back here. And this little piece right here of the seat, you're able to move it, and basically what it does is it makes your seat longer, and that's with it all the way retracted. And this is with it all the way out. And you have your gas pop right here, your trunk pop, and your hood pop right here, all in the same spots. You have your parking assist, you have your mirror, both of your mirror controls, you have your warmer for your steering wheel, and you have your high beam auto switch Now, getting into this thing, with everything off, you see the steering wheel is up, screen is dark, but you could just tell that you're sitting in comfort, you're sitting in luxury. One press of the button, things come to life. Another press of the button, and the car comes to life completely. So here you have your cup holders, of course, and your cigarette lighter, if that's what you choose to do. You have your controller right here, which is basically like a mouse. You use it to control your 12.6, I think it's 12.6 inch screen. And you have your controls right here for eco, normal, and sport. Traction control off right here, and then you have snow mode because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. Now, remember how I was talking to you about the holes in the seat? See those holes in the seat? With these controls right here, you can turn on the coolness. Let me see if y'all can see. I'm trying to block out the shadow. The coolness of the seat and the warmness of the seat. You can control it right there with one button. It's just like a pen. And you have one for the driver's side and you have one for the passenger side. And that button in the middle, that's for your back shade. I know you guys know what a back shade is, right? Yes, sir. Now, for the back of this beautiful vehicle, you know, I tell people all the time, let me throw this in the back. I tell people all the time, you can't really jump into the back of every vehicle because you never know if you can be comfortable in the back of that vehicle. A lot of vehicles, some of them look like they're big, but not all of them are big enough to accommodate you. This one right here just happens to be one of them ones. First of all, you see how you have space right here. First, I want to focus on the breather right here. You got vents down here, you got vents right here, you got connections down here for your AC/DC plugs. You got an armrest right here, just like any luxury car of this statute. You have cubbies right here. You have controls for your heated seats back here, which is hot, cold. You have auto, and then you have a control for your back shade. One thing about the Toyota that's, you know, is kind of quite common with Toyota, Lexus, you know, any high-end manufacturer, you have controls on this side to push the seat back, or you can push the seat forward. Normal luxury things, but back here it's not really, you know, anything super nice that it's like different from any other luxury car. They try to make these things fit into a mold so that when you get into one car just might have one thing that another car doesn't have, or this car has something that this car doesn't have, so on and so forth. But you have your mirrors back here, and they have lights on them, of course. And that's pretty typical. You got your spotlights back here, you got your dome lights, which you can turn on everything as if you are the one driving the car, because, you know, cars like this, they are set up also for you to be chauffeured in. So just keep that in mind. I think I mentioned in the earlier part of the video that this car was all-wheel drive. and there is no turning it off or just making it rear-wheel drive or anything like that. You got to do some real mechanical work in order to do that. So because this thing is all-wheel drive, the rims that are on it is 19s, and Lexus wrapped them with 245/45 series tires. So you got some wide tires on this car to be able to handle the big V8 that's sitting under the hood. Now, if you want to be talking about the back end of the car, is the back end practical? Can I go to the market? Can I pick up my kids? Can I go out golfing? Yes, you can do all of those things. And walking up to the vehicle, you know, as you carrying things, as you carrying bags, you might not have time to reach for a lever or a button, but you definitely got your keys in your hand, right? So then you can press a button. Now with this LS460, of course, by being a big luxury car, this thing has a whole lot of trunk space in it. I probably could get in here 2-3 times by myself. But the trunk space is huge. You can fit basically whatever you wanted to put back here. Now, let's see. 1 carpet, 2 carpets, and full spare. Not the little donut, you know, that you have been accustomed to. So if you happen to be in a dilemma on the side of the highway, on the side of the street or whatnot, you could change your tire and you won't have to be riding around looking like who done it. So that's pretty much the trunk part of the car. You can see that it opens with a touch of a button. So if it opened with a touch of a button, you know it closes with a touch of a button too, right? As we move to the front of the vehicle, we now get to see the beef, because we already talked about the inside. We talked about the controls. We talked about the back of the car. We talked about the trunk of the car. We talked about the whole inside of the car. Now you need to know what's powering the car, what makes this pretty ass car move, right? All right. Oh, got a fiddle for it. Got a fiddle for it. Where you at? Oh, there's all the way over there. Now, when you look under this hood, as you can see, there really is nothing for you to see. They have vinyl panels everywhere. Vinyl panels over the battery, over the engine, over the oil cap, over everything. So, you know, to the owner, it looks more flush, it looks more clean. But to the mechanic, man, if you don't move that stuff off this motor, man, so I can work, it looks clean though, you know. But when it's time to do your maintenance and all of that, all of these things have to come off. But as far as being presentable, being nice looking, definitely they took care of that, because just looking under here, to the average person, you probably wouldn't even know if it was a motor in here. So kudos to Lexus for adding extra weight to the car, huh? is when you're riding in it. I'm laid back right now, kind of feel like I'm in a sofa or a love seat or a lazy boy. I just got a steering wheel in front of me. This thing is dope, man. It's heavy. You can tell that it's heavy. The car has a 4.6 liter V8 in it, making almost 500 horses, and it's still heavy. 500 or 400, one of the two. I told you I ain't a numbers nut, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. If you guys want to pick up this wonderful beast, this beautiful specimen of a car, you see what we're pulling up to right now. So you too can own this vehicle. So now that we're at the end of this video, first of all, let me thank you guys for tuning in to another bomb-ass car review with your boy Wrenchturna. And regardless of what's going on in your life, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what cards life has dealt you, always take the time to look at you. Look at yourself, because a lot of times people don't and won't tell you to take pride in self. Most people are too busy focused on so many other things that they don't take the time out to look at themselves. If we took the time out to look at ourselves, sometimes we can eradicate a lot of negativity just by looking at ourselves. Just saying, hey, nah, man, I ain't gonna be like that. I ain't gonna act like that. Because me being like this could bring forth another situation. And a lot of times those things happen because people don't want to step outside of themselves and say, I can be better than this. I can be better than I was yesterday. And I can definitely be better than I am today, tomorrow. Until the next time, good people, I hope that you are good. I hope that your life is good. And I hope on this beautiful day, you have enjoyed it. Until the next time, people, take care of yourself. Be positive. Speak positive. Smile. And tell people to have a nice day. I'll holler at y'all.